crossing the void, beyond the wall of worlds, and along the arc of time, dwell those not of our place or age. It is too easy to say that there is dark and there is light. It is too easy to say that there are two sides to every coin. The reality is far worse, for law flirts with tyranny. Chaos invites freedom. Evil consumes all it knows. Good accepts suffering. And those in the middle? They are worse, for they know nothing but self. The Codex Infernum and the Codex Exaltum, two source books that bring in-depth knowledge about beings of all dispositions, from the farthest reaches of the heavens to the darkest depths of wretchedness. Both of these titles come with new, full-color art, new creatures, new powers like possession, and a multitude of information providing lore, backgrounds, names, mechanics, stats, and much more. These incredible tomes are filled with demons and angels, devils and celestials, unleashing the powers of good and evil, law and chaos on your table. The Codices Infernum and Exaltum, bringing creatures hallowed and profane into your adventures. Pledge and share today. Trollord Games. Join the fray.
Whenever you are, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK. Welcome back to the Underdark and our Out of the Abyss campaign. Good to see the folks in chat. Daisy McClover, Dragoon, thank you for joining us. Welcome in. And we are going to jump into things right away as we rejoin these adventurers. But just before we do, let me say a quick thank you to the fabulous CZRPG for coming in clutch with another fantastic giveaway. We have copies of Encounters in the Forgotten Realms, a fantastic collection of all of their different encounters and one-shots based around the various Wizards of the Coast adventures, with a foreword written by Elminster himself, creator of the Forgotten Realms, Ed Greenwood. You can get it for yourself and put it into your games, even if you're not playing in the Forgotten Realms. Fantastic encounters and things to drop into any campaign. And you have the chance to win if you put enter in the chat and have your chance to be the winner at the end of the stream there. And of course, keep an eye out in chat for those coupon codes for CZRPG and the fantastic Phoenix Dice. Hey, McClover, thank you so much. 10 months. Thank you, my friend. Welcome. Thank you. It's so good to have you as always. And back here. Which of these fine adventurers gets a spin of the wheel, McClover? Let's see where that's headed. Oh, Daisy, you too. Thank you, Daisy. Daisy coming in 30 months, Daisy. Holy crap. Has it been that long? Oh my god. Kalo getting the spin from McClover there. Daisy, who gets yours?
Thanks, McClover.
Let's see what it's going to be.
Nosies.
Oh dear. Kalo, let's hope it's an RP heavy session. Opposite today, please take a little scrap of paper, switch your mental and physical attributes.
It's time.
Daisy's going to Corbin.
Wow.
Not a companion, not a companion, not a companion.
Another companion. Another companion.
If Corbin ever becomes a warlock, Daisy has to be my patron. Daisy's always giving me my shenanigans.
Hey, Daisy's character has their own burgeoning cult back in Candlekeep Mysteries.
Yes.
So maybe.
So we're officially set in the future. So when they're a warlock, they will call upon your character like their patron.
Okay. Next time initiative triggers, Corbin, that is a wild magic surge.
Yeah. I already it was like, don't I have one for the next time we're in initiative? So now I have 2 wild magic surges.
Ooh.
Oh, there was one already, wasn't there?
Yeah, we just never got to use it last time. Little notes, why have you forsaken me?
Phaserus just goes completely wild.
It's all because of Corbin's spores. It's all because of the spores.
Your hair spinner goes so mad it just like beehives your whole hair on top of your head.
Yeah.
It's like
Yes.
spaghetti on a fork.
I will.
Okay, so speaking of phase rest, yes, our friends were deep in the area of the Underdark known as the Labyrinth. There they found the Gallery of Angels, a cavern decorated with the petrified, punished, fallen angels, part of the Oxrian treachery, if you are steeped in the Wakiverse lore. And they discovered that Arafor Tan, the gnome that has been so prevalent and present throughout so much of our history here as a channel, and even beyond before that, as Corbin's player's sibling in a different campaign, we found out that...
I had my feels last time.
I mean, good feels, I hope, because we found out he wasn't dead, he was here.
I just turned away from the camera like the whole time you were talking.
Aww.
Like, I can't do that.
Indeed, right. Working with Zakan, who's unfortunately unable to join us today, contemplating all that happened last time, clearly, they discovered a way to perhaps redeem these angels if their feathers could be used to banish these demon lords back to the abyss in this scheme that our adventurers have with the drow archmage Vizerin. They hopefully were able to do that and left the Gallery of Angels through the wall as they wanted to do, and our adventurers ventured back out into the Underdark in their return journey to Vizerin's tower in the cavern, the so-called Tower of Vengeance. Now, dear players, as we are doing a slightly new approach to longer travel segments than before, as you are making your way back towards the Tower of Vizerin and delivering all of the components for creating his magical artifact that will bring all of the demon lords into one place where you can let them fight, and they will hopefully send several of their numbers back to the abyss and leave the remaining ones weakened and able to be dispatched by your good selves. On the way, however, you will be making your way through the Underdark, these beautiful surrounds that we have on our overlay here, and we will switch over there, home, as we delve back into the rocky tunnels, walkways, sudden caverns bedecked with crystals or bioluminescent or towering forests of mushrooms as you make your way back through the Underdark towards Araj, or the Tower of Vengeance. Let us see what befalls you upon your journey and how we deal with that. Let's see. Kalo and Corbin got a spin of the wheel, so Anastasia. Sorry. If you would like to roll me some encounters here, let's see what lies in store.
What we going with?
Ooh.
Let's see here. Okay, let me find.
Spooky.
Could you roll me a d20, please?
D20.
Spoopy time.
Were we hoping for a high or a low number?
Various.
One without a bad encounter.
Spooky got a 3.
3. Okay, thank you. Daisy coming through with inspiration for Anastasia. Thank you, Daisy.
Aww.
Hey.
Folks, if you have those dream pies and our friends run out of crystals, please refresh them. At the moment, everyone is sorted, but once those crystals disappear, please do give them some fresh pies. Okay.
I'd like strawberry rhubarb, please.
Feels weird.
Yes.
We're in this new era for Phoenix Uaki. This, we have these dream pies as our channel points, but we have no Ravenloft shenanigans going on at all at the moment. No Barovia going on at all. Okay, a 3. Ooh, Anastasia. A 3 is a creature encounter.
Damn it!
So
A good creature encounter.
could you, Anastasia, please roll me a supplementary d20?
Oh.
What?
One more d20, please.
One more?
Roll another one. Yeah. The question is, can Corbin add this to the menagerie?
Let's try again, Spooky. See what we got.
Yeah.
Okay, 16.
16. Okay. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Crystal clusters. No. Creatures. Where are you? Slime or mold encounters? Nope. That's not it. Where are you?
You're gonna fight a Tesseract.
Oh, there it is. Say again, what is it, Anastasia?
You rolled a 16.
16. Okay.
We're gonna fight a Tarask.
Oh.
They don't fit down here. It's okay.
For now.
That would have to be
For
a
now.
hefty
A baby one would. A baby one
Oh,
would.
yes, it would. Yes,
We're
it
gonna fight a
would.
baby Tarask.
The Tarask.
You ever read the series The Runaways? I'm just saying they got a raptor. Why can't we?
The
It's
Tarask.
considered tiny in this world.
The Tarask is a
I could have a
singular
swarm of it.
entity, not a species.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For now.
If you say
That's why it's
so.
called the Tarask. Okay.
Okay.
Now, Anastasia, keep them coming, please.
Half Tarrasque.
The next one on our table dive here is a D6.
Oh.
D6. All right, let's go.
Well, so hold on. What if the Tarask is the first name is the, and Tarask is the family name?
What if it's El Tarrasque? What if it's El Tarrasque? We're just done. This is the La Brea Tar Pits. The Tartar Pits
El
all over
Tarasquito.
again.
Are we hoping for low or high numbers here?
Much of a
What
muchness.
asking that?
Huh?
She's nervous. She
I
does
rolled a
not-
5.
A 5. Thank you. Okay,
Oh.
that is good. I would
Okay.
say personally.
Good for you? As the DM?
No,
Or
good for yourselves. Good for yourselves because low was Drow.
Oh.
And middle was Myconids, which is at the moment with Zuctomoy's influence is 50-50. High is Shield Dwarf Scouts. So, let us say, as you're going back through the labyrinth, which remember, the labyrinth was created as dwarves delved and mined and created all of these things here. Let's say, as you are traveling through back towards the tower, you meet with this group of shield dwarves who are attempting to prospect out and reconnect their mining operations down here. And actually, let's go one step further and connect it in with our campaign here. Let's say that they are from Gauntlgrim, and they are sent by King Bruenor himself, he of Drizzt Buddy fame. Okay, so yeah, you are camping. Well, you're looking for a place to camp one night, and you start to see signs of workings and kind of chiseled stone and rusted tracks where mine carts used to run. And you see ahead of you, in the ruins of the little constructions there, the kind of Pueblo-like constructions that we talked about last time, you see flickering light. And you're kind of reassured by that, like straight off the bat, because the monsters down here don't need light, and the drow don't need light. So the fact that there's illumination in this camp ahead of you is probably a good sign. And you make your way towards it. How are you going to approach this? So I kind of jumped the gun and told you what it was, but ignoring that meta knowledge, how do your characters approach this?
There we go. I feel like Corbin's always curious about everything. So even with like the fact that there's light is that they kind of go directly into scout mode and kind of look back at everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Hold up a hand.
Anastasia's been chasing light for a while.
Right, just want to go.
Webster crouches down.
In fact, yeah, Webster. We're gonna go. I'm gonna tell him in the spider language that we learned and everything, so that there's not human voices suddenly whispering, kind of like tap tap tap. I'm gonna tap.
Yeah.
I'm gonna What is it? Thieves can't. I like to think that at this point we've traded, and I've taught Webster thieves can't like as hand signals, so I can thieves can't to my spider.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna tell him to go scout ahead and kind of see what that is. It's not weird. It's just a cave spider.
It's gonna be great. Like later in Menzo Baranzan, you're meeting with some of the Bragan Death like rogues or something. There's like, did your spider just say hello? It's just like,
They have many skills.
apparently. Okay, so roll me a stealth check.
It's a southern underdark
yeah.
dialect.
What is thieves
I'm
cut
gonna
y'all?
teach my right. I feel like it's one of these just, but it has to be like the fingers have to be splayed specifically like in a fan. Yes, exactly. See, first try. You got it.
Nice.
There you go.
Excuse me.
That's an extra A. It went from y'all to y'all.
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 If you didn't hear a difference, it's because
My
don't know.
my white European ass is gonna shut the fuck up right here. No inputs
I
whatsoever.
love you, John.
A true ally.
That DM is right. It was amazing. Okay. Plus. That is 13 on the die, and I think.
Could you
stealth's like
please
+6.
re-roll that with disadvantage from Robojacks?
Oh
Yeah.
no!
So
Dang.
13
How-
as it stands.
How
Is it-
could you?
You were distracted by the dwarves singing Diggy Diggy Hole, apparently.
Diggy diggy.
Which
old.
I saw the Longest Johns, that's their latest Community Sings project. They're doing Diggy Diggy Hole. And they're doing it with
Amazing.
the what's the group that's linked with Mark Humes and those guys? You know, the big streaming group in the UK out of Brighton.
High rollers?
Yeah, but what's that bigger like streaming group that they're affiliated with? That Trot is. Yes, thank you, Robert Jack, Yogscast. They're doing it. They're doing it with Yogscast, so that's going to be really interesting.
Oh.
Okay, what was the second roll, Colby?
Okay, so the first one was a 13. The second one is a.
Sorry, joking.
Okay, so it went down some. Okay, like an 11 now.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Okay, but my stealth is +6. So
Okay.
so
Seventeen.
those are the numbers on the dice.
those are the numbers on the dice.
Oh, you got me excited.
I'm sorry. Why did you think I tee-heed ominously when you said roll stealth?
Okay.
My
so-
dex is unnecessary.
Astride Webster, you clamber up the wall and across the ceiling, weaving between the stalactites and getting a view down on the collapsed roof of this little cluster of stonework. And you see a group of 6 dwarfs, visible mostly because of the light of their camp. Their wear and everything is designed very much to be just kind of, you know, blended in with the natural stone color, and their beards, you know, grey beards cover up most of their face. So it's just kind of these darker patches of skin and their eyes glinting in the firelight, which is, again, they don't need it for the light, but they just made it for the warmth and for cooking. And
Gotcha.
you see them chatting. Are you going to get close enough to listen in?
Of course, Corbin is so nosy. Like it is a flaw. It is a character flaw. It's nosy.
So you go down, and you listen to them. They're chatting about dinner and stuff and what they've been doing, and after a while you hear some stuff that is, you know, beyond just normal chit chat, and they're like, I think we've seen enough, and we've found all we're gonna find here. We should get back to the Citadel. I told him it was too soon. It's not like they're gonna come down here and drive off the demon lords in a week. It's only been a couple of 10 days. What was he expecting? I think it's because he was hanging out with that Duerden fella before, and used to a certain expediency in their heroics. I suppose so. Well, at least we can report that it's still sick with minotaurs and gnolls and all sorts of rubbish down here. I guess we'll wait till we hear elsewise from our spies. Carrying on in that vein.
So yeah, at that point, that is where I'm going to kind of start doing a retreat to get back to the others.
No problem.
So me and Webster like come back down like on his web, and I'm kind of like holding on to it. Like I'm like, we are either meeting expectations or about to surpass them in an amazing way. If that's how they start this story, this is how they start their debrief. They're like, guys, we are girl bossing the shit out of them.
As long as
The sun is nowhere in sight. I was about to say the sun is nowhere in sight.
Yes.
But then they are.
Yeah, Grandma's not here.
Grandma's not here. Like, guys, okay.
I am here. I'm just being contemplative.
Yeah.
Don't listen to them.
Man.
Don't listen to them. Anyway.
No.
Talk to the mask.
Okay. Just see them. Just you gotta do the sigh.
Yeah, you can't see the face, but you can hear the sigh. Yeah.
You can feel the mom side eye just.
And I passed them that there are dwarves that they were saying that they wanted to head back to the Citadel, and that apparently there are spies that are that are passing down information. And then they're going to kind of like make a face, and they go, I think we should let them. I think we should let them report that everything down here is exactly like it's supposed to be, so that they don't actually send backup.
Smart.
Yeah. On the off chance that, we're delayed.
Not even delayed, it gives us what they assume to be at least another 10 days, with them preparing instead of stopping. A window like this probably wasn't going to come along if we take them out now. Them not returning, them not passing that information on means they know. It's a risk, and I think it's better on that side of letting them go on. I mean, if they don't make it out here, at least it won't be our fault.
Sure.
Yeah, if you look...
In fact, what was the last thing that we passed?
You left the labyrinth going back towards where the tower is. Let me show you...
Okay.
This actually works quite nicely. So you just came out of the Spiral of the Horned King. You're back through that maze where you fought those minotaurs. This actually works quite nicely. I'll share the map with you again on Roll20. Let me switch.
Okay.
Let me switch for the folks back home.
Oh yeah. This man.
Anastasia, I need to get that crystal for you here as well. I wish you could have elements that just went between scenes. You could turn them off in one scene, it would be off in the other scene. Oh, that's mine, not mine.
Yeah, that would be nice.
There we go. Okay. So, if you look on the screen here, so you can't see in quite the detail that the players can chat, but that purple kind of bean-shaped part, that's the labyrinth.
The bean.
The bean.
The bean.
That's the labyrinth, and you're deep here. That's if you look at the depth markings on the left, lower left there. The purple is the deepest. So you are in the all depths.
Well, shit.
Yeah, right. And you need to make your way up and back towards the worm writhings, which is the orange part right at the top. And Araj,
Okay.
you can see Araj is on the eastern end of that. But where you are now, at the top of the labyrinth, at the top of that purple section, you can see people back home. If you can see that large forest in the northwest part of the map there, that is where Gauntlgrim is. So it makes sense that these dwarves have travelled from Gauntlgrim to where you are. And that
Okay, so-
smaller patch of forest, young Kalo, that smaller patch of forest there is where a certain shadow goblin is getting set up.
Oh, that's right. That's near the Tribord Trail.
It certainly is.
Oh, yeah.
So where should? Well, I mean, like going around them is kind of what I think we should do. But other than that, which way should we head then? I like to think at this point they did bring out like whatever little map that they had been using to kind of mark where they had been going and stuff.
Yeah.
So they could decide what was coming. So it might look just like this, little colors and all.
Now, describe this map for us. What did Corbin either draw, create, or modify? Because I'm terribly curious to see if there's any cute little drawings like this is where I met my baby Hooktor. This is where we fought.
Oh, there definitely is. It is like it would be for Corbin. I feel like the equivalent of what a baby book would be for all of their animal companions. Like, there's a tiny bit of web over the spot where they really met with the group and first met. And like there's like a little thing that's like thought I'd die here. Like they first thought it would just be little markers of where they thought they weren't gonna make it, and it ended up being each time they met one of their babies.
Yeah,
There's a little broken splinter piece after a battle they picked up from Shillelagh because he's a baby too.
Yeah, most of the stuff you've done is around that blue section there, the Dark Lake. So you can see Zakarn started just to the east of that in Velkenvelv. That's where the camp was that they escaped from. And then they went to Slubledup and saw Demogorgon there escape and destroy the city. Then there's Gracklestug, which Corbin, you were with them in Gracklestug, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah, I remember because that's when you saw the dancing myconids for the first time and stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, that didn't stay with me or nothing.
So yeah, that was Gracklestug there. That's on that southwest end of that blue section, and then right up at the northern tip of that blue section, that's where Mantle Dereth is, where Kalo's father is hiding, and where you met Anastasia, and met you the next demon lord. And then to the west, due west of the main blue section, there is Neverlight Grove, which is the myconid colony that was laying host to Zugtamoy's wedding preparations.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can see up the top there's the Worm Writhings, which is where the Purple Worm nest, and the Vast Oblivion, which is there just on the
It's
eastern
also
side.
where we got little Chief Keith.
Yep.
Chief Keith.
That was
Oh,
his
you remembered.
name.
Yes.
Yay. We
It's in my head now.
Huzzah. And then on the eastern end of the Worm Writhings there, just behind the frame in the overlay there, is Araj, which is where Vizran's tower is. And as you can see from there to Menza Baranzan is not too far. The other parts there, the Fardrim and the Sharn lands, they don't get mentioned at all in this whole thing. So I'm not sure what's the deal with those places.
What's the deal with those places?
Aromikos is the vast organic life form that spreads throughout that entire section of the Underdark, which Zugatamoy is due to be wed to, and is planning to take over, as you discovered.
It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna crash the wedding.
It's like, we're grinding to level up. We'll be there when we're there.
Right? It's just
We'll
treat
get
this
there
like
when we get
like,
there.
Get there. We're like Pokemon. We're in the tall grass right now. Just let us get up there, and then we'll go to the Poke League. Okay?
Notice.
Yeah.
Notice.
I just need more of my experience share. Come on, send me out first.
Let me double check. I haven't been missing any milestones. What level are you guys at the moment?
11.
11.
11. Okay, that's right. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, after you get the grimoires from Menzo Baranzan. That's when you hit 12. Actually, no, hang on. No, wait.
Liver.
Actually, yeah, no. So once you get back to Araj and deliver the components, that's when you hit 12. And then
Guys, let's level up.
Let's go.
And
I'm
then
just saying.
when you yeah, then it's up to you if you want to do Menzo Baranzan first or go and crash a wedding.
Yeah, let's do Menzo.
I mean, as written, the wedding part comes first.
We're doing side quests first before going on the storyline mission. Okay.
I think there's mostly storyline stuff at the moment. At this late end of the game, it's all very like, do this or die now.
We're completionists,
Danger.
John. We will
Yeah,
not
we're
stop until we
completionists.
get 100%.
Oh, don't remember. Yes, I just unlocked 2 new regions in Assassin's Creed Valhalla yesterday, and I saw
Hey.
Please
all
stop.
of the,
I can't keep.
all of the wealth and all of the mysteries, and it comes up with a little counter of how many you've completed. No.
We have to talk later because I'm raging at that game.
It's so vast. Anyway, sorry, thanks. And
When we look at the map,
there it is, right there.
but when we look at the map, we are saying, do we like everybody does it? Like, let's go visit Menzover as a road trip. Let's go, road trippers.
Do we have to prioritize Menzo Baranzan? I would love to go to a reception, to be honest with you.
Only if you can promise me that there will be cake.
Now,
Okay.
hang on. Before we do bonfire chats, so the plan is to go around these dwarves, let them go back and report that all is still not well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Noted. So yes, you, with that stealth, you are able to track around them and leave them to their musings and their diggy-diggies. And you...
It's definitely stuck in my head.
I blame Mike. And... and Rolljax, I hope you were looking at the screen when I flashed up the answer to your... He's like, Fandelva reference, anyone? And I was like, yes, that's right. Okay, we now have our party. We have our surviving peasants ready to become level 1 adventurers. Lexi and Buns, the dice decided and the fates decided that we were going to have a very traditional party. So the surviving peasants, we did that filthy peasants style where they're level 0, 16 level 0 peasants went in and 6 survived. And of those 6, the 4 that will become the level 1 adventurers for Fandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk are a mage, a fighter, a cleric, and a rogue. It's like so. It's like I'm gonna say people are gonna tune into the campaign and think they're the pre-gens from the campaign.
Let's just lie and say they are, please. Let's just lie and say they are.
Do it.
But they are awesome characters regardless, and I'm very excited.
Good shit.
And it's gonna be interesting, like reading through the adventure now that it's out, and looking at all the stuff. It's gonna be interesting, like doing some of the stuff at the start there with the stuff that you got from that one shot, like that ring of the animal influence is gonna change things.
For the better, I hope.
We shall
the
see.
better,
We
right?
shall see.
For the better, right?
Yes.
Right?
They must only use SRD races. What have we got? We too late. Sorry, Reveljacks. We have a Shadow Goblin. We have a Shadow Goblin, a Kenku, a Tiefling, and a Servant. So yeah, two very out there ones.
I played a Kenku named Kettle.
Right, McClover. I love it. I want to do it again. And for this one particular campaign, it's perfect because it's so based around the village. Sorry, Lexi, you were saying?
No, I was saying I played a Kenku named Kettle, and I did
Nice.
the whole like where she doesn't
Kettle.
speak, she parrots. So it was very funny just
Oh.
being like,
Listen.
Mom said I can't have that. Get off the couch.
Nice. Isn't the Kenku in the Witchlight Carnival called Kettlestrum?
Is it? That'd be funny.
I think so. Yeah.
I did not know
Mike,
that.
can you Google that for a second?
I can. If that's the case, Lexi, you're canon.
Hey.
Um,
She was cute. She was very cute.
Eliwick Tan, granddaughter of one Arafor Tan, is also in the Witchlight Carnival, although the surname is different, and is from Magic the Gathering originally. Planeswalker
Nice.
from Magic the Gathering. The art from Magic the Gathering is amazing. Beautiful art. Yes, it does sound like Scarlet's polarity, doesn't it, Robojax?
Anyways.
So yes, that conversation you were having there, Caleb, before, this happens at a camp later on. So if there's anything you'd like to talk about before you arrive back at Araj, let's have a little campfire chat here. This very relaxing background music we have from Sirenscape. Peaceful camping music.
Peaceful camp. Well, now that we've let these two idiots go, do we want to prioritize a wedding, or are you intent on doing Menzo Baranzan first?
Not that I'm intent on doing it first. I just want to make sure that we have all of our bases covered. It's not like we can say, wait, pause. Give me a second. I forgot something. And right before we try to summon them,
I left
I
it
don't
in the
know.
fridge.
Maybe I'm being overly cautious.
No,
That's a
overcautious is important. Is this character development, Corbin?
Do I need to punch you in the face? Or that you stop dodging?
Let me develop your nose.
Develop your nose.
I'll give you money.
I
to
was
see the-
always. It might be character development. I would have taken that when I first met you.
But
Proud
now?
of you.
Like I said, as a kid, I was like, I would have taken that. I was always like this. I just was excited, I guess. I've gone from thinking this place is really cool to this place is beautiful.
Oh, phew. That's not where I thought it was going.
You keep trying to make Corbin scared of the Underdark, and I don't know why. They just like it's like Simba going into the wilds. They're home. I don't understand.
That's the same problem I have with Scarlet. I keep trying to gross her out, and she's just like, "Oh, cute." I was like,
It's so amazing. Like, look, there will always be somebody in the party who wants to become the new champion of the Underdark because yes, it's disgusting and gross, but come on, it's also pretty cool, and maybe people survive here. Let's see how many.
Zakan, just if I can self-insert myself via Zakan here. Zakan says, "It's an interesting point, Corbin. What do you see yourself doing if we are able to drive the invaders out and back to where they came from?"
I only given that thought up to a point, actually. If I'm not all consumed by whatever weird spore thing is happening here, and they kind of go like this at like the constant halo of buzz that's around them from their halo spores. When I have to connect back to whatever my connection is to this place, I mean, I want to use that connection. I want to go back to the grove we lost. I want to bring it back. Possibly bring the Myconids back. Maybe turn it into a new home base for my organization so that there can be a safe trade route through the Underdark that doesn't involve killing everything.
And one not controlled by those Zentarum.
I will handle those entire.
All of them?
What? Yes. What?
Wow.
The important ones, because the ones under them don't matter. And I mean that in the most respectful way.
Then So with the mask, the temptation just to do the full like, it's got full bane.
Yes. You say you fight it every
I
time.
was born in the Underdark.
Molded
You merely
by it, I
adopted it.
simply-
You merely
I merely have shared custody.
Shared custody.
Molded.
I merely have shared custody.
Zakaran says, timely character. Zakaran says, then, if that's the case, then perhaps we should go as Kalo says, and make sure the Myconid sovereigns survive their attempts to interrupt Zugtamoy's plans.
Okay. I can't very well say no to the people who basically changed my life.
You heard through the connections you have that they were heading to stop them, right? Yes.
I did, yes. Could I mark where I saw? Because if this is during that big dream barrage that we had the one session.
Yeah, it was like back in the Stone Giant
Okay.
Library, yeah.
Pretty sure I was remembering.
By the way, join us
Can I
in
mark
Placentis Tyranny tomorrow for more Stone Giant shenanigans.
Ooh.
But Stone Giants on the surface world, which they don't think is real. They think it's the dream world.
Nightmare.
So, you receive visions. Basically, you receive visions of the various Myconid clans and groups just streaming through the Underdark, plus the ones that were infected by Zugtamoy's madness as well. All of them basically streaming towards Oromikos that we can see there. I think that kind of section there, like immediately under the name Oromikos, I think that's a forest on the surface world. That's just been coloured by the overlay there. But I think that serves as a nice kind of like focal point, which is like a central point of Oromikos, which is where the wedding is due to take place, and Zugtamoy will completely dominate and take over this vast entity and create her own abyssal layer, but up here instead.
We don't like that, so let's go stop it.
We saw the art from the Doomed Forgotten Realms. We don't like it.
We don't.
I mean, no, we love the art from the stuff, but we don't like the
the implications that it comes with. Yeah.
Right, that's the bad timeline. We're trying to make a good ending here.
Actually, Kayla,
What do you want to start with? Oh.
Yeah, sorry, Kayla, I was just thinking this week, because the Dark of Xerxes TPK'd, like what happened in the Doomed Forgotten Realms?
Oh, that is a good question.
So basically, it's the Doomed Forgotten Realms as written plus Xerxian influence on that.
Yeah, that's a good question. They're like competing at that point. I could see like two monopolies going on: the Xerxians and Zugamoy. Just like, listen, I will bargain with you for this part of the Underdark. Before you completely wipe out the planet, I just need this moment.
Sorry, Corbin said to Anastasia, what are you thinking?
I was asking, what do you think? I know you came to the party or like joined us a little late, but if we're gonna head towards the wedding and kind of give them like the story, like filling them in on what they've been going through with the Myconids and like all of the Phaserus corruption that we were dealing with earlier, that's kind of where it originated from for Corbin. And everything just kind of passed on like, so we're crashing the wedding. You're here on purpose for the demon summoning, but the giant weaving corruption that's killing everything in its path. Adventure time?
Adventure time.
Zakaran's kind of mask flares a little as the eyes and the other parts.
Adventure time?
Flares a little, and he kind of glares at you. Sorry, she glares at you, Anastasia, and eyes your grimoire. There's no other word for it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have any ulterior motives for looking for Gromph's spellbooks, would you?
I just wanted to find you to be safe. I have no other reasons to be around you guys besides genuinely liking your company now. I
The feeling's
had no plans.
the feeling's mutual, and we are succeeding thanks to your presence and your aid. But that Drow mage apprentice we released from the Beholder's grasp said some rather disturbing things.
Yes, he did. And I was hoping we weren't gonna talk about them.
Sakan settles back. My work is done.
Get off your high horse, Sakan. Listen, I can vouch for Anastasia. Corbin can vouch for Anastasia. If that's not good enough, despite whatever this apprentice said, we'll figure it out along the way. Anastasia's a
It's
friend
not
and has
about
clearly done.
vouching.
You're not concerned? I'm not suggesting betrayal.
What?
I don't... What happened, Anastasia?
Make a really long story short, I technically died.
Happens more than you think. Have also twinsies.
Yeah, it was like never raises that.
like really, they're like, who here hasn't died? And like, Kayla's gonna slowly. But you realize no one else.
He's very sheepish and just like.
Well, it's okay, everybody. It's so cute that you still have your first life.
I was an apprentice and I was learning magic. And my teacher really didn't like that I was progressing much better than he was. And he took that personally. And sent me down to the Abyss. Where I don't know how much time truly passed. But I was down there for what felt like an eternity, being tortured. And I found a way out. And I'm not letting you go of it.
I don't think
How
we
did
can
he
blame
get
you.
you out? Oh, go ahead.
No. I like that those were at the same time. It was like, nobody's gonna fault you for that. How did it get you out? They're asking the real questions.
Well, one of the regulars who would come to my cell started learning a bit of his behavior, and a bit cockier than he should have been for someone who could have gotten pickpocketed so easily. And before the book properly attuned to me, I cast Gate and just got out of there. Whatever the first familiar thing that I could remember for what felt like thousands of years ago, last time that I saw above the Abyss, and then I was just kind of wandering for a while, a few months maybe, and then I heard of the Lightbringer, one helping people from the Abyss and guiding everyone away. And that's when I fell upon you guys.
I think Zakan, at the mention of their Monica, stirs. Would that I could have guided you out of your initial predicament. But I'm glad our paths crossed. And after you went to all the efforts and all of the horrors you went through and being able to escape that, I mean, it just gives us all the more reason to make sure that that doesn't follow you up here.
Okay. Book's not talking to me or anything, and
Anastasia, when we defeat the demon lords, what happens to you? Do you stay here? Are you bound to them?
I haven't thought that far.
You stop it!
Stop that right now.
Don, don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't do it! Don't do it! No!
No, wait.
Oh. I can get it back.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think that far ahead. Worst case scenario, I hold on to this as tight as possible and try to get back out again. And maybe I'll see if I can do it without their influence and their help.
But you know magic. I've seen Sakant and Kayla do like really weird things with their magic, and I pretty much just mimic whatever they do. Out of character, which is true, for the way. A lot of the spells I choose are just mimicry of things they've seen them do. They are very secure in the fact that their key is just mimicking magic. It is not real magic. A reminder to everyone in chat. You have a whole book that teaches you things. So couldn't you just do the one where people snap and their weapon comes back? Your book's the weapon. Make it appear when you want it to appear. Even if you get ripped from it, all you gotta do is be like, and then it could come back, right? That's what magic users do, right?
Usually, but because this book isn't originally mine, I don't know if it would ever come back to me.
I mean, you said it doesn't talk to you, but I have a talking book, and maybe you just gotta make friends with it.
You have a play date. Your books.
I meant make friends with your book. Not that you couldn't make friends with my book.
Wait, can I be friends with your book?
I don't know. I don't control them.
Could you lift their book, Kalo? I just reminded myself, looking at my notes here, that you are still small.
I'm not only small. Not only am I small, it's opposites day. So I'm gonna say that's a hearty no.
Okay.
So Kalo's just
Does that
perched.
mean that he's suddenly huge?
He's just perched on a mushroom at the moment.
It's adorable. He's
Well-
hey little.
Well, I
Hey,
think we should
little.
go. Little pipe. That's what we're hoping, Rishi.
Caloxolotl.
Back-
He's a
Back.
caloxolotl.
Have you just not been talking because I haven't been nice to you? Because that's gonna be real shady. We've been through a lot.
Hmm? You trying to listen? Corbin's like, talking is maybe they should trust us.
I'd like to think that Kalo is on Corbin's shoulder, also trying to listen. So the two of them are just kind of like leaning together.
Yeah,
Where's the
and
card?
Zakan kind of like leaned over.
Do I make a roll for that, or we're just assuming she don't talk?
I know, right? He's like a card, like a can or something.
It's too much pressure. Everyone staring at once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just this
Maybe you guys just need some time alone. But
a shy rustling of pages.
Aww.
See, it's just I don't like that. You sound like you don't know if you're going to give up after we're done. We have very similar stories, especially about how we ended up down here. Only in like a parallel sense, not in a I was suddenly kidnapped sense. In fact, I think I was the only one not in this group that was actively kidnapped and forced to be down here. I just sort of walked down here through a tomb that was in my basement.
That's interesting.
I was in a forbidden library after I technically wasn't doing my job, guarding all of the vaults that it takes to become one of the top secret monks in my organization. There's no, what was I gonna do? Check? They didn't, so I walked down. But when I was in there was a lot of suddenly being down there, and I actually thought what happened to you was gonna happen to me. Or at least that's what my mom said if I ever left the monastery, that I was probably just gonna wander around for a few months and then probably come upon something that would either help me or kill me. I like to think that we both ended up having a good ending because we ended up together, but I also don't want you to just disappear afterwards.
Well, I don't know. And I wish I could give you a more solid answer.
What if I just
Do it
sniffed you out?
Anastasia's gonna take one of the vials and just hand it to. It's like,
I love vials. Thank you. I have so many of them. What is it?
that one, it's got my blood in it. That's usually for more important spells here, but I've got a couple of those, so.
Oh, I know. Does Anastasia actually know that Corbin is a changeling? And I say it out of character, but do they know that they are changeling?
You've mentioned it before, so Anastasia might not remember that you've mentioned it, but I think you mentioned it like the first time they met.
Yeah, they wear their hood a lot, all the time, really, basically. There's always that slight shadow over their face. This is one of the few times they like take off their hood and kind of look at you because you gave them the vial of blood, and like so you see that their eyes are like this almost amber yellow, and that their skin doesn't necessarily, it's not really one shade, it does kind of fluctuate in the light all the time, but what is the octopus that does it? The shimmer goes clear, and then it's doing that all the time until it settles on a skin tone for them. And they're just kind of like, I would never be able to lose you with this. Because if they've seen you and they have your blood, they could basically become you. So this is like a big deal for them. So they have like the same way I put Sinner here to be that little piece of metal that always spins around phosphorus magic. And they kind of like yank it out their head. And they give that to you. I'm full of the shit. You'll always be able to find me too, because it'll lead you to the phosphorus magic.
Ties it along with her other herbs and things that are just attached all over, and just ties it in a pretty little bow.
Okay, wait. So now I'm gonna like hide this for like every time I come, like I'm gonna like hide it now because it's not there anymore. And then that's what this little dude is. This little dude will be like, this is where your vial is. It's one of these. And it's like, it replaced that lock. So that's where it is now. Kayla, I'm sorry we didn't have a friendship moment like this. We'll have one soon. This is like the Zuko like special. Just like you haven't had your Corbin moment yet. We'll have one soon.
Have you had your Corbin moment? Call now.
Call now. For 3 easy payments of buy me a new pet, you can have a Corbin moment of your own in your campaign.
Consult your doctor if your Corbin moment persists more than
4 hours.
Oh gosh. I can't. Oh,
I figured you guys will all be together still after everything, so as long as one of you.
oh yeah,
can
they're
find
stuck with me.
For the most part. Anastasia, we just got you, and we have no intention of losing you. If there's a way to keep you here without. While we can still send the rest of them back, we're going to find everything in our power to make sure you stay with us for good. And that bastard, that mentor of yours, we'll make sure you got them.
Oh yeah, if they're still alive, they're gonna be so. And there's like a bunch of beep 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 like sensors like beep swaggy does not comply with this Mini is torture. He just plays like
Yeah,
on the screen.
Anastasia, if they're still alive.
Oh.
We've already met him, so we'll see if we see him again.
We have?
What? Ooh.
Do you remember back in the library where we weren't allowed to choose violence?
No, I kind of blacked out during the library stuff. I wasn't here.
Oh yeah.
It all just kind of blurs together, honestly. Reminding me too much of the vaults, I guess.
Valid. Yeah.
I remember. Who was it?
You remember Vizerin, Kayla?
That son
Sorry.
of a bitch was your mentor?
Yeah.
So
like
we've
that.
been on a fool's errand for your mentor.
Yeah. Who didn't like that a non-drow was doing much better than him. So.
Two birds with one stone.
What the fuck?
At my thing or at their thing?
No, I mean everything.
Oh. No, yeah. Really fucked up. That was really dumb. I also have questions on why you didn't say anything earlier. Like, are you compelled? We'll get that in a second. The two birds, one stone thing. We're on an errand for him. It's the same as the dwarves. Why would we let him know anything is wrong? And then we have all the ingredients. And then we have the entire thing done for us. And then we use his blood to seal the spell.
I have no complaints.
I'm not saying to mindlessly murder anybody out of really, vengeance. I'm saying sometimes bad people need to go away.
Maybe you can banish him to the into the abyss.
Now, Anastasia is better than that.
I'm
What's
not.
lower than the abyss? Decline. You have chaotic neutral. I assume also chaotic neutral in my screen. I'm pointing to Kalo. And then just diagonal, I just think we have just. I want to say lawful evil in a very respectful way, but also chaotic neutral. Which one is it?
We'll find out next week on Dragon Ball Z.
One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong here. Sorry, John. We digress.
No, so I gave the wrong shout out, so I was just trying to fix that. Thank you for the raid to split the party TV.
Yay! Oh yeah, hi raiders.
Have you had a great session?
We're normally not murder hobos, but we are very big proprietors of vengeance against those who have wronged us.
His friend, though. I still like him. He's very good.
Which friend?
Tall, adorable monster. You probably didn't see him.
Yeah, no, I have a lot of
Oh.
those.
Yeah, if you met him, you'd want to take him home.
Yay!
That's why you
Sure,
were
you don't want
talking
to
to
just.
them.
Webster and Chucky show immediately. They're talking about me. They're talking about me. They're talking about me. They're talking about me.
You're both pretty.
and just the hook horror just steps in front. Thank you.
The youngest.
The princess.
My
Princess Chief Keef.
TCK.
Oh my god.
Merch now available on us. Make a little plushie of all of Corbin's companions.
It's
Oh, that'd be perfect.
limited edition Shopify
I've
plushie.
gotta
Corbin
Google
and the
how to
Menagerie.
crochet a spider. I've gotta Google some things.
You get a
Now
coupon if you
available
buy
this
all of
holiday
them.
season.
Okay. Yeah,
We
that's why I
digress.
was talking to him in the library. He's pretty sweet. For someone who looks as terrifying as he is.
Probably are.
Right?
We never judge a sloddy by the color of their skin, nor the otherworldliness of them, I suppose.
You judge how dangerous.
So
they are
why
by the
would
colour
we
of
do-
their skin.
That is surprisingly strange to comment on. Thank you, God.
Sukan.
Is it better or worse if it's Sukanam that said
Oh no!
It's not Steve.
Grandma, no! Where were you in the 1940s,
Questions?
Grandma?
Right. But Zagan also says like they didn't seem to react to seeing you in the library.
I didn't always look like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
that?
But Grin knew?
You could tell by my scent. He's much more observant.
I definitely can sniff you out then.
But I didn't have such smoke-like skin and ghostly hair. I looked pretty average for a farm girl.
How did you come to be in Vizeran's tutelage?
My family really needed some money. Farm wasn't doing too well. Got sent off. I understood why. I don't hate them for it or fault them for it.
But
Yeah.
it speaks volumes how much you managed to own that situation.
Tried.
Succeeded to the extent of being cast into the abyss.
Yeah, it was great. As long as my family's okay, then I'm out here now. Definitely could be worse. I could still be stuck there.
Where are they?
Last I checked, I'm sure you can't just move a farm. God, did we decide on a location?
I don't think so. No, I was curious. That's why I asked. I was curious.
Please provide backstory here.
Insert.
Please fill the gaps.
I couldn't
Ad lib
pinpoint
it. Was it Mad Libs?
Mad
Oh,
Libs?
Mad Libs, yeah.
Mad Libs.
That's like a one-shot roulette generator, yeah. It's that style.
About a couple hours from the capital. Nice open area. Lots of animals.
Surface or down here?
It was on the surface.
Would you ever want to go
Long
back?
way down. No.
Oh, so you wouldn't want to go visit there on the very likely chance that we save you and you're able to stick around with us after we get rid of I don't even know what to call them. The inconveniences with giant vehicle form.
No offense to my actual family, but I left pretty young and the connection wasn't really there anyway. But I'd much rather stick with you guys if I can. I have no intention of going back.
Oh, so then to answer your question, Kayla, apparently have more fun. That is what we are going to do after we finish this.
I mean,
And when we're maybe a little too pale and need some sun, we can go check on all the land.
right, I was about to say, we have connections to both dwarven and elven royalty. I'm sure we can get set up wherever we want.
I still say we should have taken that house that could have disappeared and appeared whenever we wanted. That's fine.
Would have been convenient.
What's strange is that Kalo is particularly silent when you mention the plans after defeating the abyssal incursion. He just kind of listens and doesn't even stare at you guys. He's kind of just looking into the fire and just nodding.
Do
What
I
are you
insight
gonna
check?
Right? Do that one first.
Insight check that.
Go ahead, insight check it.
Plus. Let's see. Insight is plus 0. Okay, so 15.
See if I can beat 15. Nope. So, Anastasia, you notice as the conversation kind of perks back to him, he's staring a 1,000-yard stare. There's something unusual about him tuning out. And you know this is purposeful, but you don't know why. Oh, yeah. House. We should get a house on the surface.
You sure about that?
I'd love a vacation lodge.
Kind of just gives an inquiring look, just like you can, without trying to just out you in front of the campfire. Just, you gonna elaborate there, honey?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Well, if we have a vacation lodge, I'm gonna have my own room, hopefully. And maybe in the back I can chop some wood.
Not the chop wood, really.
We don't have that kind of wood. Listen, I was
You don't
only
know
up on the surface
why
one
wouldn't we
time.
have wood? It's a lodge. I'm sure we're gonna be around something flammable.
Listen, all right? I was only on the surface once. I saw them in the village do it. I thought it looked really cool and I wanted to do it.
Okay, you can chop wood, but not gonna stop you. Just gonna laugh.
That
But
hasn't
what
stopped you
else?
laughing before.
It's not. It never will. You love how I laugh. It's melodic.
That is true. Very melodic.
Thank you. But
I'll
seriously,
bring you fresh
no.
lemonade when you're chopping wood.
No, that's
But you're not
that's
gonna.
it.
You're just gonna chop wood.
I don't know. Do whatever they do on the surface, I guess.
But you're gonna go to the surface when we're done.
Yeah, it might be a little delayed, but sure.
What do you mean delayed?
There might be things to clean up down here. I don't know. I mean, we are waging a war against Abyssal Incursion that has basically wiped things out. With your help, we might be able to save the Myconids, and if anything, we may have our work cut out for us between Gauntlgrim and whatever the hells goes on here.
well, yeah, nobody said that once we did, and done. And it just start walking towards the surface.
Now it's
When
your
we
turn.
get to the point, right? Yeah, like once stop.
I mean, knowing us, we might do that and then come back from our vacation retreat to see if they've cleaned up their act.
If they clean up their act.
If this place isn't cleaned up by tomorrow when I come back.
I'm turning this Underdark around.
The chicken's not out of the freezer before I get home.
Zakarn actually says, would you be interested in returning to Mensa Baranton, if that was possible? I wonder what will be the result of all of this there. Didn't Vizran say once the beacon's complete, it would need to be placed in Gromph's tower? That means when the demon lords are summoned, inevitably battle each other, it'll be in the heart of Mensa Baranton.
That's good.
Isn't that what you meant when you said clean up?
Well, sure, I suppose. There needs to be a level of destruction in order for creation to begin, but does that mean once we have all the components that we perform the ritual then? Do we just wait to go to Mensa Baranton until we're fully ready? I know it's important to go, but do we have all the information we need to pull the final act?
Is this character growth?
Yes.
Proud of you both.
What about the knowledge that we have that Lolth was misleading her followers in Mensa Baranton, and she was to blame for this in the first place. It was her that misled Gromph to believe that they could do this, and she's reaping the rewards of that now that all of the Demon Lords are out of the Abyss. She's gaining power, growing more powerful in the Abyss in the absence of the others. And another reason we need to get them back there as quickly as possible.
Lolth is a stale poison that needs to be seeped of all of its toxins. We'll deal with Lolth in the moment. But you're right, expediency might be key, which then I guess brings the question. We crash a wedding, and do we make our final plans to Mensa Baranton? Or do we have all the locations needed? That we know the path of the Demon Lords, so that we can mitigate as much damage as possible.
Well, I mean, what's stopping us from doing it now? It's like, you see them kind of grow. And they actually, when they get the book that they were saying was talking to them, like, that's where they want to make the notes. That way that there's technically somebody else who now has this information. And I know that there was a bunch of blank pages in the back, so they were kind of using those to have these little conversations. But so who are we all summoning? Just to go over it. We just keep saying demon lords.
From my fights and understanding, there's Zugemoy, who we're crashing the wedding
Yeah.
of. Jublex.
Yeah.
We encountered the band of one. Inagu, I believe. The one who has the gnolls and they all yip and yap and laugh.
Yes.
You've been yap.
I don't
The
know
yip
what
and
you're
the
saying.
yap.
You can.
The
I
Horned
will
King,
already.
I think, might have been one, but I forgot their name. So that's 4 at least. Do you remember fighting any others? Anastasia, do you remember any of their names in your time in the Abyss?
I was down there for what felt like so long and dealt with so many, I could never remember them all. Or the days seemed to blend
very
together
fair.
into different people. I don't even remember. Oh, wait, no. God.
Oh God, it's me, Anastasia.
The one whose book I stole. We mentioned his name already?
Well,
Or not?
it wasn't from a demon lord.
Okay.
It was from a general that was was in
Yeah.
charge of that location.
Were they a general of?
I don't think we actually decided, did we, which layer it was?
Nope.
Was it Frazal Blue?
Ooh.
Thank you. Yes, because he did recognize that you had stolen the book when you released from the crystal in the Drow
There it
outpost. Thank you, Mike.
I had to stop myself from writing race out rule. I really did. I used to admit that out loud.
Fair.
The only one I know by name. Shroud Blue.
Ah, good one. So
Cordon
that's
Bleu.
5? Cordon. Oh, Gesundheit. Sorry.
Corbin Blue.
Stop. We gotta get our head in the game, guys. Okay?
Corbin, do you remember meeting any of the demon lords down here?
Oh,
sorry.
there was this.
Corbin Blue.
There was this-
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. I did know this. I did meet this one demon lord named Champagne. Try to stop for a month. Name drop.
Okay. Let's just leave this
No one
campfire,
ever
for it
takes
is a
a
silly
six.
place.
One second, let's leave the campfire. It's a silly place.
Coconuts.
The time of the campaign where the players make silly references at a campfire.
And as you continue on the rest of your journey, Anastasia gets a spin of the wheel from the lovely Scarlet Song. Thank you, Scarlet.
Yay, thank you,
Give it
Scarlet.
to Anastasia because they hadn't had one. The other two had one already.
You don't have to.
You gotta fight something so I can wild magic surge.
The good
Surge the wild magic.
The good thing about these campfires is you really get to understand each other and listen to these backstories and really see each other eye to eye as Anastasia shrinks to the same size as Kalo.
Oh, wait. I grew? Or you shrank?
Corbin
Oh,
just like
God damn
looms
it.
over you.
Oh.
Wait. So normally they're talking like this, and you guys are tight now. Oh my god, you guys are horrible.
What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It was
Anastasia.
amazing.
As you're sleeping one night, the gift that was given to you by Corbin, that thing starts to shift and move, and it wakes you because you've realised you've camped in a region of high Phaserus energy, and when you awaken in the morning, it takes you a little more effort to get out of your bedroll and things than normal because you're kind of more engulfed in
Damn
it.
Just like, help! Help!
Now you kind of understand why they tossed and turned so much in their sleep, because it was just like constantly.
It's like that damn rug of smothering curtain in that temple.
Not the rug.
Bedroll of
They
smothering.
almost took us out. Almost took us out though.
Dangerous. Okay, so after a considerable amount of time, you once more come within sight of Araj, the Tower of Vengeance. And now, knowing the password and the means to enter, you are welcomed back by Vizrin, Cleave, and Grin. Vizrin welcomes you all, and is delighted that you have all of the ingredients.
All the homies hate Wizards.
Just roll up like.
Swing, ho!
No, if you buck.
Let's see here.
The Americans are at it again.
That's good. It's good. It gives me a chance to find what I was looking for, because I was looking for that map before. Okay, so yes, he reminds you, and reminds you that, realizing that now that they have all the parts, he reiterates the plan. So, as we know, demons are creatures ruled by madness and hatred. Even the greatest, most powerful of them. They war ceaselessly upon each other in the Abyss, have already begun to do so here. We can play them against each other and then deal with the weakened victors. I believe we have the ability to devise and cast a ritual. Even more so now that you have delivered all of the ingredients that we need. It is a ritual similar to Grumpf Bainrace, but nowhere near as dangerous or foolish as that idiot's. It will draw the most powerful of the demons together to the site of the original summoning. And once they are in the same place, they will attempt to destroy each other. But though the demon lords might destroy each other's physical manifestations here in our world, their essence cannot be snuffed out. They will thus be cast back into the abyss as effectively as if they had been banished. Now, you have provided me with the ability to produce the talismans that we need, but I still need to perform the ritual that will empower it, activate it, and then blood and battle such that this world has never seen. The survivors will be still present here, but sorely weakened, and should be far easier to destroy. Now, once I have created the talisman, I need for you to deliver it to Menzoberranzan, to the scene of the original summoning. And from that same location, snatch up Grump's grimoires that I might adapt and recreate a safer, more efficient method and version of their incantation. Once you arrive in Menzoberranzan, you must travel. Somehow you must find your way into Saucer, the Tower of the Archmages, and retrieve the books that we need. You will not be without assistance. My colleagues in the Council of Spiders are based in Saucer as well, and will be able to assist you. And perhaps you will have more tools at your disposal. I have become aware one of you has not been entirely truthful with me.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention.
And if Anastasia, if you kind of like shoot a look at Grim, it's like he's like almost imperceptible shake of the head. It's like, I didn't say nothing, kind of thing. He turns slowly, like with his twisted, long wand. Kalo. You caused quite a stir before you left home.
To be fair, they imparted something upon me that I can never take back. I caused no stir but the stir that they did. I simply left with the information, I suppose.
Care to share with the group? I feel it is best to go into these things with all of the cards on the table, as it were.
We just
Once to the. Hold on.
Sorry, John's just over here.
Give me a second.
Just outing all
Here.
the players today.
Hold on. Let me just recreate the tininess for a second. Here. In my head. I never really understood the circumstance or why it was here, but our dear friend at House Urn in the Bragan Dearth reminded me that I am a bit of a plant. There's some level of information in my head I haven't been able to discern or unlock, and I don't even know where to begin, but when
What
my
is your-
house was just...
What is your connection with Grumpf Bainley? Why did this happen to you?
circumstance. I was part of a dead house at the time. My house was burned to the ground, and for whatever reason, I was imparted with knowledge that I have no idea what fully unlocks it, or what can be fully unlocked.
I also just had an idea, if you'll indulge me.
Sure.
Could we? Because Grumpf disappeared from Mensa Baranzan after the summoning went wrong, and everyone assumed that he was destroyed or just torn apart by demons or whatever. But can we say that he had actually arranged, because you helped people escape from Mensa Baranzan, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So can we say that he arranged with you for a way out of the city? So you actually knew that he had escaped, but hadn't told anyone. And you don't have to divulge that to Vizeran now, because Vizeran thinks he's dead.
Mm-hmm. Would Grumpf have gone under a pseudonym or been honest?
I think, yeah, potentially he would have masked who he was. Yeah, definitely, especially with his his high standing. And he wasn't especially because he wasn't sure if it was gonna go wrong. Like if everything went to plan, this is a backup thing, right? Like if it all went to shit, then he wanted a way out of here, and because he knew.
How do you spell his name?
Grumpf. Just Gromph, I believe.
I was right.
Hey, yes, it is. Yeah.
You got it. You won the spelling bee.
Is there a silent E in there or not? Right. So yeah, he let's say he arranged with you, but when you actually escaped through the chaos when the demon lords arrived, especially in particular, it was the Demogorgon that arrived in Mensa Baranzan and clawed their way up out of one of the clefts in the city and up through the city. As you escaped, you kind of became aware. Well, actually, I'll leave that up to you. Did you actually become aware that it was him? Do you know it's him? And do you want to hold that over? Because if he's Gromf Bainray, which means he's related to Jarlaxle as well. So you have that information to hold over Jarlaxle.
Yeah. I think the knowledge of who Gromf is something that Kayla would have had in his trials and tribulations back to Menzoberranzan.
Yeah.
I would say that the face probably is not something he'd be familiar with. The name would be, right? Like Gromf Bainray, he knows Gromf Bainray. Most everyone in Menzoberranzan, I'm sure, would, to some extent.
Yeah, the main,
the
highest level, yeah.
Yeah, but then like his association, because he was very much low on the totem pole, I highly doubt that he would have put face to name. But if Gromf had mentioned who Gromf was, that'd be a totally different story. So we can say that, as part of that, his trials to get folks out to go to places like the halfway houses, the filth riddens, stuff like that. Gromf may have had a pseudonym, probably, snuck out that way.
Yeah, and you would have been focused on rescuing your father as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gromf backwards as Hombrig. You could have just went by Mr. Hombrig.
Mr. Hombrig.
It doesn't sound like a weird name.
Hoopmorg.
Down here?
Right? Who are you? Oh, well, my friends call me Humpmorg.
Okay, so yeah, let's say you weren't aware of who it was, but because focusing on your father and things, but it was because of that proximity to him with all of the phase and insanity of that failed summoning going off at the same time, that this is what imparted the thing into your mind. And Vizerin actually says, it is not an accusation or a point of anger on my point. In fact, it has been very useful and means that we'll undoubtedly be able to be successful. Whatever it is that is stuck in your mind has made it that Gromf Bainray's laboratory and workshops has been inaccessible to those in Menzoberranzan and those in Solsea that would rifle through his researches and steal away his advances and discoveries. It has been untouched since the incident, and it seems that you hold the key.
So, how do I activate it or get it out of me?
I do not know. It seems you will have to return to the scene of the crime, as they say. But I'm sure it will become painfully obvious. Now, as promised, you have delivered all of these things. I have some rewards for you, which might help you in your further endeavors. And does anyone not have a Piwafui?
A what?
Drow spider silk cloak that helps you hide.
I don't got it.
Okay. Yeah, anyone?
Yeah, I don't think any of us have. No,
Okay.
I don't think any of us do.
Okay, yeah, so he has Piwafuis for you all. That's an item that's in the compendium. You can just drop that onto your sheet. It's a dark spider silk cloak, and whenever you wear it with your hood up, perception checks to see you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on stealth checks to hide. And the colors kind of shift and change. It's kind of chameleon-like cloak.
How do you spell that?
Piwafwi. Piwafwi.
That's why. There it is.
And
Thank you.
they lose their magic in sunlight, but that's not a problem.
Wafui, cloak of elven
Yeah, it's a cloak of it's the drow, the Uda drow version of a cloak of elven kind. Absolutely. He also says, Illy, it is also, if what I have heard, that you are intending to make inroads into disrupting the influence of the demon lords, butting your way into a certain social function. Perhaps these will also be of some assistance. And he produces an amulet each, and you see that each it's a little stylized like tower of Viraj, like his tower. That he's clearly created these. And each of these amulets, they're single use, and they work as a scroll of protection from fiends. Which, if I can just bring that up, remind myself what it does.
That is terribly generous of you. I was worried we'd come in underdressed.
Yeah, reading the scroll encloses you in an invisible barrier that is 5-foot radius, 10-foot high cylinder. The barrier prevents fiends from entering or affecting anything within the cylinder. Moves with you, remains centered on you. But if you move in such a way that a fiend would be inside the cylinder, then it ends. The effect ends. The creature can attempt to overcome the barrier by making a charisma check. So, watch out. Zuctamai on her wedding day might be feeling herself.
Feeling myself.
I'm conceited. I got a reason because I look weak. Good to be looking at.
I think you're okay, Lee. I don't think any player races are more than 10 feet tall. Although if we get the spin of the wheel, it enlarges you twice. We're screwed.
Because we're cowards.
Sick. Ha-ha! Protection from fiends from the chest down. Damn it.
Damn.
Okay. So yeah. So he gives you a Poafwi. He gives you one of these amulets. And yeah, that's that.
Is there a place that we can rest while you get your things together?
The creation of the talisman will take some time. I suggest if you are intending to interrupt this unholy communion, you should do that whilst I create it. And if you return alive, then away to Menzibaranzan with you.
You could have just said you didn't want company.
If you want to sit around while I do my work, then be my guest. I'm sure it'll be a delightful wedding.
It's a horrible day for a wedding.
Can we at least RSVP for you? Let them know you're unable to make it, but you send your warmest regards.
Right? It'd be rude if we didn't show up.
Now, Kalo, please don't be rude. I hadn't given you my good news yet.
You can make it to the wedding.
Some of these thoughts, you can stop them when they reach your mind. They don't all have to go through your mouth.
He's hanging out with me for way too long, dude. That ship has sailed, been shot down, and sunk.
I wasn't sitting on a shoulder right now, being held back by this.
If you think I have like two, the angel and a demon, I just got two little rabbit chihuahuas on my shoulder.
I think Cleve is just like holding you, like he's like sitting in his palm.
Let me at him. Just hold it back with like a finger. Just hold
Yeah.
He's got the telepathy. He's like, I wouldn't. Didn't go well last time.
Listen, I didn't have this book last time.
Yeah, but you don't know what they do to little ones in the Abyss. It's horrible.
I mean, you could join me.
Yeah.
will help out.
Hard pass.
Listen.
Meanwhile, Kalo.
Just pouting in his hand.
Right.
Picture of angry Tinkerbell in Hook's hand.
Right. Kalo, Vizerin says to you, in my discussions with the Council of Spiders and my insights into your situation, I discovered that a certain amount of revenge has been enacted in your absence. That one which discovered your sideline, your side hustle, if you will. The one that got your family disgraced. They were hoisted on their own petard, shall we say. And they have been driven from Menzoberranzan themselves. You do not need to fret. Once you arrive in the city, Nesnar is well and truly gone. Hounded from that cavernous city, much as I was, but certainly not destined for such great things as this. He points around his mage tower. No doubt the rather inhospitable journey that he faced will have dealt with that particular problem and smudge on your house's history. Your family, still weakened and not looked upon particularly favorably, are at least no longer banished. And Caleb, do you have any family still in the city? I think your father got out with you.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Okay, but the name has been expunged, shall we say? But yes, the one that traded the information and betrayed your family. This Nesnar is gone. "20 years too late for me to care. But I suppose it's closure. Thank you." It makes our situation all that little easier. You will be able to move about in the city without subterfuge, deception.
Vizerin, a bastard's still a bastard. I will be looked upon as a half-breed still. I worry very much for these, my friends. The Fiwafi will help, but it has been 20 years since I've established myself in these politics, and I cannot risk them.
Please, you are free to go about it as you will. Just know that the situation is not as you left it. And perhaps, you see, a shine comes into his eyes that you haven't seen before. Once this is all said and done, we can recreate a new society for the Udadrau without the matron mothers. That is what the Council of Spiders and I would like to do. They are still misguided and wishing to follow Lol's teachings, but just not through the lens of the Mature Mothers and their tyrannical grasp on the city. I I once done with her for good. We will show them. We will show the Utadrau that clamber up out of the remains of Menzoparansen. There is another way. There is a hope. Salvation for our people. I can show them.
You can show them. They must be the decision makers. An option is always present and appreciated. But Uther Drow are still Drow. And when this is all over, whatever they decide, we must respect. That is how you rebuild. It is not our place to tell them how to rebuild Menzoberranzan, only that they have the opportunity to do so.
Well, I shall waste no time and not let go to waste any of these precious things you have brought. Has that heart been beating the whole time? That must have been very distracting.
A little bit.
Yeah, Lexi, you can in Soundscape, can you hear the heart? Yeah, that's the Garistro's heart that you got from the demon. It's like it's in this like bag of holding that he gave you for the ingredients, but you can still hear it beating like all the time.
What in the telltale heart?
GM Josh is good for this. Do keep an ear out for anything in Soundscape, because apart from like music and stuff, it is all there.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Vizeran will set about creating the talisman, whilst you journey far across the Underdark and attempt to crash a wedding. The beautiful day when the gorgeous, radiant, glowing Zugtamoy in all of her bridal glory will be joined and take over and dominate the vast organic being that is... Crap. Oromikos, there you go, I almost forgot the name. Oromikos. Unless a certain group of adventurers, with the help of some funky mushroom folk, can put a stop to that. One thing I'll say in your favor: you will be level 12.
Woo! Woo, 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 woo. Level 12! More scorching rays!
Scorching
You
Ray
get a
2.
burning, you get a burning, you get a burning,
Easiest
you get a
level up
burning.
ever. So,
Told you the Lord Drop quest was worth it.
thank you, everybody. That was a lovely session. Lots of information shared, and I do love just sitting back and listening to players talking character. So yes, next time we shall join you as you journey towards Oromikos and delve into the depths. Will you survive to finish and drive what has come out of the abyss back once more? A massive thank you to everyone joining us today over there in chat. Thank you for those subs and the follows and the raid coming in from those fabulous folks at Split the Party TV. Do give them a follow if you haven't already. Fabulous stuff going on over there. Beautiful miniature painting and great campaigns and stuff going on over there. And we will be back later on as well, and we can find out just what's going on with these fine folks next time as well. But Maharishi, don't try and will into being our second TPK. We'll see. I mean, this is probably one of the most powerful like enemies that we've come across. This is a full-on demon lord. You know,
Oh.
this is going to be pretty interesting. But thank you all so much. If you are not already, last chance. Jump into our giveaway from the fabulous CZRPG. Encounters in the Forgotten Realms, a huge collection of encounters and maps and beautiful design from the awesome stuff from CZRPG, as always. Check out their Patreon and their weekly newsletter. It's got lots of freebies and things, awesome content to you to put into any campaign, wherever you're playing, whatever setting you're playing in, and always the same level of excellence from them. As endorsed by Elminster himself, the creator of the Forgotten Realms, Ed Greenwood, wrote the foreword for this book. And also, whilst you're at it, if you want to get some other CZRPG goodies or some beautiful Phoenix dice, excuse me, please do check out the awesome coupons that we've got for both of them. There you go, drop them in chat. They've been cycling by from time to time. But there is the coupon code and the home pages for their stuff. Get yourself some tasty discounts on some awesome things for your games. And thanks for their support, as always. Now, these folks, when they're not tromping about the Underdark, what are they up to? Anastasia, your good self.
Hello, I am Smallbird Lex. You can find me at Smallbird Lex and Smallbird Art. I do art stuff. I do commissions. They're open. Help me get to PAX U by myself. On Saturdays, I am on Sir Pfeffer's Switch channel for level 20. If you want to see me as a barbed fighter, dealing like 300 damage. She's wild and great. She just got a rework, so she looks extra pretty. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
Awesome. Links in the chat there. Please go and check out all the cool stuff. Kayla, good stuff.
Hello, friends.
Hello there.
It's me, like literally Grim Chat. If you don't know where to find me, then I'm sorry. That's on me this time. If you can't find me here, you'll find me on Quest Junkies on Mondays. And if you can't find me there or here, tune in a couple of Saturdays from now. Something interesting might be in the works on the Tribal Trail.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. A few more Saturdays than that. We got a little ways to go,
Saturdays.
but yes, do keep your eyes open on the Discord for the upcoming Fandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk, which will be featuring Mike and our fabulous friends Safia, Mai, and Shez as well. Yes, some of the peasants survived.
Yay, we survived, we think.
Pretty sure. Thank you. And last but not least, by any measure, you can to employ Corbin.
Yee.
You.
Well, when I'm not here being everybody's favorite changeling / druid / monk, I am a buns. And you can normally find me over on Twitter at Honeybuns and here on Twitch at BattlescarBunny. I have just been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate. This is my first playthrough, so I'm actually doing that as a personal run. And then after that, I'm just my second playthrough is going to be something that I stream with some friends. I've been talking with one friend in particular to do some like really silly things, like make cartoon characters and then have them run through and try to do the game if it was an episode of that show. So there are a bunch of fun ideas. Hopefully I can gather a bunch of people and a bunch of fun ideas and they'll want to stream with me. But when I figure that out, I will let you know. But until then, you can see me here.
Awesome. Thank you. And we are Phoenix Wacky products of D&D and other TTRPGs, and we'll be back with Jacinta's Tyranny on Friday, and back in the jungles of Chult Sunday night or Monday morning, depending where you are in the world, and then back here in the Underdark, off to crash a wedding. A massive thank you to everyone, and let us see who our lucky winner for today is. Let's do a quick refresh, make sure everyone's in there. Good luck, everybody. Yeah, we did several giveaways of amazing encounters and places last week. The last one was with Tomb of Annihilation. The giveaways usually run through the week, and then Tomb of Annihilation is the last one, and then start fresh with this. Good luck, everybody. Rishi's calling it. We don't know, Rishi. We don't know. Could be anybody. Okay. so closed up those entries there. Good luck, everybody. Let's see who the winner is. The fantastic Encounters in the Forgotten Realms book going to Rishi.
Oh,
You did it.
Oh my gosh!
Rishi has ultimate
Rishi.
power.
Woo!
It is not
Mind
always Baron.
powers.
It's been ages. But congratulations to Baron Dragonborn. Nonetheless, I will get you in a conversation with Christian over at CZRPG, and you can decide whether you want to grab the PDF for free or at cost. You can have them print and send a copy to you. It is a beautiful book. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody. We are going to head off raiding. So Lee had a suggestion there. If I'll just see if any of our stream team are on. Not at the moment. Okay, so let's try Lee's suggestion there. Coffee
Dice
Cat
and
Presents.
Autism, ADHD Adventures.
Cool. Okay, let's go and check out Coffee Cat Presents, everybody. So that's all for today. Thank you so much, everybody. Do jump into the VODs and Discord if you want to catch up and know what's going on. And hang on, there's some cool people. Discords? That's not called Discords. Because I said VODs at the same time. No, I tried to do it again. And I was wow, I cannot type today.
It's okay.
Core.
There we go.
Discord. There it is. Again, it was the VODs V's like creeping in there. And there are the VODs there. Massive thank you, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. Yes, Baron, just at cost. So, hang on. We've been chatting in chat. That's what it's designed for. I went too far. Lee, where's Lee? Lee, there it is. Coffee Cat Presents. Okay, there we go. Right, thank you, everybody. Let me get that typed in so it's ready to roll. Coffee Cat Presents. Coffee Cat Presents. There we go. Okay, thanks everyone. Absolutely lovely. Stick around for that raid if you've got to let those phoenixes fly. But till next time, as I say around these parts. Bye, Suminazai. Bye, Sumi.
Crossing the void, beyond the wall of worlds, and along the arc of time, dwell those not of our place or age. It is too easy to say that there is dark and there is light. It is too easy to say that there are two sides to every coin. The reality is far worse, for law flirts with tyranny. Chaos invites freedom. Evil consumes all it knows. Good accepts suffering. And those in the middle, they are worse, for they know nothing but self. The Codex Infernum and the Codex Exaltum, two source books that bring in-depth knowledge about beings of all dispositions, from the farthest reaches of the heavens to the darkest depths of wretchedness. Both of these titles come with new, full-color art, new creatures, new powers like possession, and a multitude of information providing lore, backgrounds, names, mechanics, stats, and much more. These incredible tomes are filled with demons and angels, devils and celestials, unleashing the powers of good and evil, law and chaos on your table. The Codices Infernum and Exaltum, bringing creatures hallowed and profane into your adventures. Pledge and share today.